Most people are using ChatGPT wrong. I run a 20K a month content business, and I don't use it for boring prompts or robotic captions. I use it like a creative partner, strategic thinker, an entire content team. And in this video, I'll show you 7 high leverage ways that I use ChatGPT to grow faster, create smarter, and scale my social media brands without hiring a team. Let's break it down. Okay, so number 1 is comment mining. Most people scroll right past the comment section. But if you're smart, this is where you'll find the blueprint for your next viral post. Because the comments under a viral video, they don't just show engagement, they reveal the emotional triggers, the unanswered questions, and the exact phrases that made people care enough to respond. Here's what to do. So we're going to essentially, first of all, scrape the comments. So you want to go to a tool like this IG comment export tool right here. Now you want to open it, paste the link of a viral Instagram post, could be a competitor, someone you want to be like, and you want to basically, that's the post that we're going to analyze. So we're going to paste that, then we're going to export the comments, save this on your computer. This is raw gold. The next thing is prepping your ChatGPT. So now we're going to head over to ChatGPT and start a new chat. And we're going to attach the file that we just downloaded. And essentially, I want you to use a similar prompt to this one. So I'm attaching a file containing Instagram comments from a viral post. This includes comment, text, likes, stamps, username, etc. Please analyze the data and provide a breakdown of what made this video go viral based on how people reacted. The second thing is a list of questions or requests that people made that can be turned into future content. And then the final one is the top liked comments and why they resonated so much. So the prompt should look something like this. And then the next step is essentially understanding what that data tells us, okay? And ChatGPT, in some cases, will give you something that looks like this. So for example, it could be people kept quoting one emotional line from the video. And if that's the case, you can use that hook for your next video. For example, there could be multiple comments saying, "Can you explain this more?" That's your next carousel or reel idea. Top like comments with sarcastic jokes, that's your audience's humor style. Use this in your captions. And the best part is you don't need to have a massive audience to do this. You can literally study someone else who's gone viral and make smarter content for yourself from day one, or with comment mining. Want to feel like a real business owner? Then stop mixing your lunch receipts with business payments. That was me when I started my social media businesses many years ago, running all my payments through one account, hoping I'd figure it all out later. But here's the truth. If you want to take your vision seriously, whether it's coaching, content, e-commerce, you need to treat it like a real business, even from day one. And that's why I use Tide. I remember when I got my first payment through my business account and suddenly realized this was real, and my motivation levels skyrocketed. Now they have given me the opportunity to give you a free business account, which actually took me ages to realize I needed and how to set up, who to use. But luckily we're living in 2025 and you're watching this video and you can get it all started in a matter of minutes. It gives you a clean, simple interface for your business, finances, expenses, savings, all in one place. No monthly fees, no faff, just clarity. If this sounds something of interest, be sure to check the link in my description. Tide are also giving £50 cash back when you spend your first £100 or using your new business card. T&Cs apply, link is in the description. Let's jump to the next point. The next one is news automating. Imagine waking up every day with a fully customized news report. But instead of boring headlines, it tells you exactly what's trending in your niche. And it even gives you content ideas. And the craziest part of all of this is that you don't need to do anything. You just have to open ChatGPT and it's waiting for you. This is where tasks in ChatGPT come in. And most people have no idea how powerful this is. So if you're a content creator, timing matters more than anything. And, coming up with ideas, thinking about what to do next is hard. Most people don't have the time to scroll through Reddit, X, newsletters, studies every morning. ChatGPT automating this is huge. So here's what I want you to do. Once you're inside ChatGPT, go to the left sidebar, click tasks, and then hit new task. Here is an example prompt that you can use. So for example, every day, 7 a.m., I want you to act like my personal content researcher. And your job is to scan the internet for trending stories could be fitness, psychology, AI. Second is viral posts or debates on X or Threads. And number 3, new scientific studies or industry updates. Then I want you to give me a 3-bullet summary of what's trending, 1 real idea based on the most interesting story, 1 story idea of an opinion angle I can share with a poll or CTA. Make it punchy, relevant, and idea ready. Keep it short and formatted for creators. And essentially, it's that simple. And then what happens is once you've saved that task, ChatGPT will automatically generate your briefing every day. You can open your app and boom, fresh ideas ready to post. No more wasting time researching, no more content blocks, just plug in and you got your daily competitive advantage. You don't have to copy it word for word. If you have a trending topic that it's suggesting, it might urge you to do something slightly different. But having this creativity, having this tool, giving us information, saves us time, allows our mind to be creative. If you want to grow fast, you can't just post what you feel like. Have you ever felt like ChatGPT is getting worse the more you use it? Or if the outputs suddenly just aren't consistent or good anymore? Well, it's probably not your prompt, it's your memory. Most people think that ChatGPT is just like Google. You can ask 1,000 endless questions and you'll get a similar reply every time. But with ChatGPT, most of us have it with memory turned on. And what happens is ChatGPT on behind the scenes will start to build a profile about you. And this can influence the replies that it gives. Here's how to make sure that this actually works in your favor and doesn't mess up your ChatGPT the more you use it. So this is simple. We just go onto ChatGPT and we will simply type in, just a new chat, what do you remember about me? Something like that could work. And essentially what will happen is it will start to give you kind of the information that it remembers about you. Now, I've been using ChatGPT since the beginning. So over time, it remembers so many different things about me, whether at certain points I might have told it, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, but I never ended up doing it, or it's no longer, kind of my vision. So it's important for me to kind of remove that so it knows that I'm going in a different direction. So you can see here, essentially knows who I am, social media marketer, 8 years experience, blah, blah, blah. And you want to kind of be able to essentially at this point, go through it, identify what is right for you right now, and what isn't useful for ChatGPT to know. And essentially, you could just literally reply, remove the fact that I help aspiring creators, that I don't want to prevent burnout. Instead, I want to focus on, and you just kind of write and guide it exactly how you want it to remember you. And I recommend doing this every 2 to 4 weeks, just to make sure that your replies from ChatGPT are optimized. There's no point us wasting time or getting the wrong information. The more we help ChatGPT, as we've seen in this video, the better the use case for it. Okay, so I really recommend spending some time doing this. Next up, we have the content brain. Now, if you're always hunting for new quotes, rewriting your video ideas, and trying to guess what is going viral, then you need to do this. So the first thing we want to do is inside ChatGPT, go to projects, then hit new project. So for this, we could do something like, I don't know, if you're in the motivational niche, for example, you could type in motivational viral vault. So motivational viral vault. And this is where you'll train ChatGPT to understand your niche and what actually works. And the next thing you want to essentially do is to actually go and get some viral motivational videos from any social media place. You can use an app called Riverside to get the transcript, or you just find any on Google, transcripts for Instagram, TikTok, whatever it might be. And essentially what you're doing is finding 5 to 10 viral videos in your niche, then create a Word document, get the transcripts for each video, and that document is going to be the hub of your brain for this particular project, okay? Then you upload this file into your ChatGPT project, and this is essentially feeding it for research purposes. Now you want to give ChatGPT the next level and train it to be your assistant. So questions that I would ask is like, what patterns do you notice in these viral videos? Extract 10 powerful one-liners which hit the most emotions. What kind of story arcs do these videos follow? Give me a new script in the same emotional style. You can literally really dive deep into this. You can give it even more data, and this is going to make a massive difference, okay? Because it won't just be guessing, and it will be basically, instead of going through all of your memory, it will focus on that particular project and that particular context that you've given it, okay? So it won't, start fetching random stuff from here, from there. It will look at what it has, which is that file. So from here, anytime you need a quote, a hook, a storytelling idea, you can get a breakdown of what worked. And this is going to be so useful long-term for you, okay? This, in terms of like running multiple faceless pages and, my social media businesses, has made a huge difference for me, because each project is there. If we're running out of ideas or we need something quickly, like a caption or anything, I could just go to that project. It's already built, it's trained, and done. Don't sleep on the next one, as I feel like that has changed my life the most. Have you ever had an idea in your head, but when you type it out a few hours later or whenever, it just doesn't sound the same? That's because typing slows down your brain, and actually saying it out loud helps it process it. If you live and breathe social media and you're using social media, essentially at points you will see things, you will get ideas, you will get inspiration, you'll get random ideas in the shower, whatever. Having ChatGPT, a certain chat open, or a project which you just put ideas, or you speak to it directly and get interactive with it, is so useful. Sometimes we don't have time to take notes, we don't have time to quickly brainstorm things, and using ChatGPT to summarize what you're saying, your notes, your ideas, or if you want to write an email, whatever it is, but using that voice to ChatGPT is going to make everything so much simpler and more streamlined. Now I'm almost addicted to speaking to ChatGPT via my phone, and it's made my life so much easier. All you need to do is open up the ChatGPT app, put the you can see the microphone in the corner, and you simply just press it, and voila, you speak to ChatGPT. Hey ChatGPT, I need 10 viral video ideas for my motivational page, which you already know about if you've done the memory part right. Essentially, the best thing about it is that it streamlines the process from your brain to kind of action and cleans it up for you. Sometimes, as we have ideas, it's kind of random and can go all over the place, or we're trying to get something on paper. ChatGPT can formulate that, can make it clean, can turn it into an email, whatever it is. Use ChatGPT with your voice, and trust me, you will join me in being so much more productive with it. So the next one is Canvas script writing, and this is a big one if you write any scripts of any level. Now, have you ever gone onto ChatGPT and thought, why does this still sound robotic or too complex or just flat? That's because even if your idea is great, the way you present it is going to determine how, whether people listen and stop or scroll. And this is super important on social media. And this is where Canvas actually changes everything. Now, essentially, Canvas lets you edit, build, and see your scripts in a visually different way. And it's like having a creative partner right there with you. So I want you to open a new chat in Canvas mode. Start by dumping your idea, messy and unfiltered. I want to make a reel about why most, creators burn out. And then from there, you'll get some context. Okay. And essentially from there, you want to build something around it. And obviously you can give more context to this, as I've explained previously in the video, but I just wanted to show you the Canva kind of tools. So once you've got your draft, so you go down to the bottom, press suggest edits, and then go to reading level. And the reason this is important is, a lot of the time, our viewers, maybe English is not their first language. And if you want to go viral, if you want to have success with social media, you need to make it, appealable to most people. And often when using ChatGPT or these AIs, the writing is just kind of too complex, especially on the scripts. And here you can literally go to it and change the reading level. Okay. Now this is super important. You can go all the way down to kindergarten or you can go higher, etc. So if your content is a bit more, advanced, then you can go more advanced and it will kind of formulate it in that way for you. And this is honestly game changing. For most people, having like real middle school, kindergarten is going to make your videos so much more comprehensible for everyone out there. And honestly, this is probably one of those things that if you write scripts is going to immediately make an impact and you will get more views, longer watch time, which changes everything. So this can help you with your script structuring, the editing, and voice matching. Okay, so the final one, and I've saved the best until last, is actually editing with GPT. Do you ever finish a reel script or a YouTube script or TikTok, or whatever it is, and you think, okay, but what music should I use? Or what B-roll actually fits this? Or how do I make this feel right for my audience? Well, these small creative choices are usually what separates, an average video to scroll stopping one. Okay. And ChatGPT can help you make this process faster and more effective. The first thing I want you to do is, let's say you have a script. I want you to type this in. So based on this script, suggest a general mood or tone for the background music, e.g. cinematic, suspenseful, etc., etc. And from there, you can write, for example, also soundtrack styles that match the message, B-roll themes, or shot types that would emotionally enhance the story. So ChatGPT will give you something, along these lines, that will start to, it will start to understand your script and how to enhance it. Once you have this, you can take this even further. What kind of visuals would create the strongest emotional connection with A? So for this, you want to give context in terms of who your audience is, but you could literally put whatever niche you're in. And then ChatGPT will pull psychological triggers and suggest different things. So it could be, nature visuals for calm. It could be over-the-shot shoulders for relatability. You don't just get stock ideas from this. You get kind of more context. Even if you need to go to Pinterest or to find B-roll, etc., you'll know what to type. You'll know what to go and find much quicker than, doing this manually. And probably it'll actually point you in a better direction. Now, once you've done this, you can break this down. Again, break this down into visual beats. When to cut certain parts of the script to the next to the next B-roll or to the next section. This is then going to enhance your editing on another level. So once you're actually on your editing platform, you've got this that ChatGPT is going to basically say, okay, we should cut here at 0.4. We should cut at this word, or we should add this. And it just makes your life so much easier. If you want me to jump into anything I've said in this video into more, I've kind of, obviously this video is a bit long, but we've touched on numerous things that really make such a big difference. And if you want me to make a video dedicated to any of these or to a particular aspect, let me know in the comments. I'd be greatly appreciate that, as your feedback is great for me. And a bonus prompt that you could do is, want a personal editing cheat sheet. So you could ask something like, based on the last 10 videos I created, what editing style do I use the most? What could I improve in terms of pacing, music choice, or visuals? And then if you upload files or describe your edits, ChatGPT can start to recognize your editing patterns and suggest tweaks to elevate it to a whole new level. Great editing isn't just about tools, isn't just about VFX and using these crazy, things. It's about doing it consistently, learning and creating content that your audience actually wants. And you can use ChatGPT to create what feels right, what connects emotionally, and what holds attention, which is game changing. But now you have a creative director in your pocket. Now, something that's super important for us to remember with AI, with ChatGPT, is you shouldn't go into this thinking that, AI is going to do everything for me and now I'm going to be a millionaire, because honestly, that's just not true, okay? We want to build with AI. I want to become a better editor with AI. I want to create better videos with AI. I want to grow my social media with AI, not by AI or the AI does everything for me. If we can start to understand that this is all about improving our workflows so that we can focus on aspects where humans perform best, you will go a long way. AI is changing the world, is changing social media. I will be making more videos on this topic, as for me, AI has literally changed everything over the last year or two, and I'm growing so fond of it. But at the beginning, I made mistakes. I thought AI is going to do everything for me. But now I know that's not the case. And my content and stuff and workflows that I do are better than ever. Now is the best time to start a social media business. If you're interested in joining 100 plus people who are working with me and changing their lives with social media, check the link in the description. My name is Alex, and I'm all about growth. If you like AI videos, social media videos, content creation videos, be sure to subscribe. I'll catch you at the next video.